Problem 8. Simplify each expression of the following. Assume all variables are positive. I will be writing the examples at the bottom of the page. Letter A. A to the 1/3 times B to the 3/4, A to the 1/3 times B to the 3/4 to the 12th. All you have to do is multiply 1/3 times 12. So on your calculator, when you multiply 1/3 times 12, put it in parentheses, 1 divided by 3, parentheses, times 12. Enter, and you get 4. So A to the 4th. Now you multiply 3/4, parentheses, 3 divided by 4, end of parentheses, times 12. Enter 9th. So you write B to the 9th. Let's go to letter B. 4x to the negative 2/3 times 6x to the negative 1/6. 4 times 6 is 24. Common base is x. Add parentheses a negative 2 divided by 3 parentheses plus parentheses negative 1 divided by 6 parentheses. Press enter. You need it as a fraction. Go to math, enter, enter. 5/6. A negative 5/6. I can't have negative exponents, so I'm going to write it as 24 over x to the 5/6. Letter C. X divided by 3/5, x to the 3/5 divided by x to the 2/3. I am going to subtract exponents. When I divide, I subtract exponents. Remember, on your calculator, when you are using fractions and you are subtracting, each fraction needs to be placed in its individual parentheses. 3/5 minus 2/3. Press enter, press math, enter, enter. Negative 1/15. X equals negative 1/15. Can I have a negative exponent? No. Negative exponent means placement, so it's 1 over x to the 1/15. Letter D. Subtract the exponents 2/3 and a negative 1/3, and you get 2 divided by 3 minus parentheses negative 1 divided by 3. Did you notice I used the negative sign for negative 1/3 and I still subtract it because it's division, and I get 1, so a to the 1st. I'm going to subtract 1 minus a negative 2. For the exponent on B, 1 minus a negative 2 for the exponent on B, and I get 3. Next, my exponents on C, parentheses, negative 3 divided by 4, parentheses, minus parentheses, 7 divided by 4, parentheses. Press enter. I get a decimal. Go to Math, enter, enter, and I get C to the negative 5 halves. Can I have a negative exponent? No, so you're going to rewrite a to the first, b to the third, and the base c goes in the denominator because the exponent is negative in the numerator. Next problem, letter E. X to the 5th to the 3/10. Multiply 5 times parentheses 3 divided by 10 parentheses, enter, you get 1.5. Math, enter, enter, 3 halves. E to the 3 halves. I'm sorry, they should be x's. We'll do that one again. X 5 to the 5th to the 3/10 will give you x to the 3 halves. Letter F. The 4th root of 81 x to the 4th. Rewrite as 81 x to the 4th to the 1/4 power. Go to your calculator. 81 caret parentheses 1 divided by 4 parentheses equals 3. Now you're going to take your exponent 4. You're going to multiply it by the other exponent 1/4. Remember to keep all fractions in parentheses on your calculator, so you get x's new exponent is x to the 1st. So I have 3x to the 1st for letter F. Okay, letter G. The cube root of 8x to the 18th. I rewrite the cube root as 8x to the 18th to the 1/3. On my calculator, 8 caret parentheses 1 divided by 3 parentheses is 2. Next, I multiply the exponents. 18 times parentheses 1 divided by 3, and you get the answer of 6. So the new exponent is x to the 6th. So 2x to the 6th. Letter H. The cube root of x to the 5th times the cube root of x to the 4th raised to the negative 4th power. The houses are the same. They're both raised to the same cubed root. Rewrite it. The cube root of x to the 5th times x to the 4th. When bases are the same and exponents are different and you're multiplying the bases, add the exponent. So now you have the cube root of x to the 9th to the negative 4th. Now, the cube root of x to the 9th can be rewritten as x to the 9th to the 1/3 to the negative 4th. Now you have exponents all being multiplied, so let's use our calculator. I have 9 times parentheses 1 divided by 3 parentheses times negative 4. My answer is x equals negative 12. Can I leave x equals negative 12? No, I have an exponent of negative exponent, so I put 1 over x to the 12th. Letter I. The 5th root of a to the 10th over the 5th root of 32a squared times the 5th root of a to the 13th. We can put it all underneath the same radicand because everything has the 5th root. A to the 10th all over 32a squared times a to the 13th. 5th root of a to the 10th over 32a to the 13th. Add exponents when bases are the same. Subtract 10a to the 10th, a to the 13th. 5th root of 1 over 32a to the 3rd. Rewrite parentheses 1 over 32a to the 3rd to the 1/5 power equals calculator 32 raised to the parentheses 1 divided by 5 parentheses. I get 2. The exponent is 2. So my base is 2. 1 over 2 must multiply 3 times parentheses 1 divided by 5 parentheses. Enter, you get 0.6. Math, enter, enter, and you get 3/5. So x is raised to the 3/5. 1 over 2x to the 3/5.